third graders, we are going to get started on our next project today. And we are going to be working with a couple of the elements of design. We're going to be working with one element called line and another called shape. And we're going to be making something called a Zentangle. Now, a Zentangle is just a really cool design that fills an everyday object. So in our case, we are going to be drawing pumpkins, and then the different slices of the pumpkins are going to be filled in with different tangles, which are different kinds of designs to make our Zentangle pumpkins. I'm really excited about this project. I've done Zentangles before, but never Zentangle pumpkins, and I think they're going to turn out really cool. For our next project, we are going to be making pumpkins, and they are actually going to be Zentangle pumpkins. Now, a Zentangle is when you take an object and break it up into shapes, and then within each shape, there is a different design or a different pattern. So what we're going to do today is start by drawing the pumpkin or pumpkins. You have the option to draw more than one. And then I will show you how to add some of the designs into each section of the pumpkin. So what I'm going to do is start here in the middle of my paper, and I'm going to make a pumpkin by making a V shape, or it's also kind of like the top of a heart. And I want this to be kind of a tall pumpkin. So I'm going to bring it down like this on both sides. And then at the bottom, I want to come down lower than that, I guess. So at the bottom, I can do kind of like the way a cloud looks, okay? Now, I would have a stem up here. Like that. And then I would likely see kind of a little lump back here, which would be the back side of the pumpkin, okay? Now, what I want to do is take from these points right here and bring them up to the top of my pumpkin like this. I usually go to this V shape here, and then like this. Okay, so on the right side of my middle, I'm curving the line out, sort of like a backwards C. And on the left side of the middle, I'm curving it out that way, more like a regular C. Now, I didn't fill up most of my page, so I'm going to make another pumpkin. And I think I want this pumpkin to be a little bit shorter than this pumpkin. So again, I'll start with like that V shape. And I'm going to have this one overlap my big one. So it's going to look like it's in front of the big one or the tall one. Which means that I have to erase where I see the big one going through it. Now it looks like this one is in front of it. But I should also make it come down, the bottom of it come down a little bit lower than that of the other pumpkin, because that will make it look like it's closer also. Okay. And I can put my stem in. Maybe the stem's going the other direction. Those background parts of the pumpkin. And then my curvy lines. Okay. I would probably make one more pumpkin. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to take all of your time. But what you would do next is start coming up with different designs for each section or slice of all of these pumpkins. So I would actually have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different designs. I'm okay if you repeat, so if maybe you did a checkerboard on this, you could do a checkerboard on this one also. And speaking of checkerboards, I think that's what I want to do on this slice. For one of my designs. These little designs, when you're making a Zentangle, the little designs in each section are called a tangle. Now if I wanted to color this in using a checkerboard pattern, which eventually I will, I don't want you to color it in with your pencil, but if you want to mark the sections that you would make black or whatever color, you could just make little X's in it like this. Okay? And then I would come up with some sort of different tangle for this one. Maybe I just want to do like a bunch of little swirlies like this that are different sizes. And then a different tangle here and here and here and here. Okay? So for next time, I want you to have all of the pumpkins drawn at least, and then get started on some of the tangles. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a good day.